What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on?
It's a late night show, so we can say these things. We can be a little crass. We can say some dirty things. Hmm.
If I was a woman and I knew what to tell people how to make me come the quickest, I would let everybody know. I'd put it on a t-shirt and wear it around. Welcome back to another Friday night. Joined by my beautiful co-host, as always, Force Mommy. I am Paul. Force Mommy, how you doing this week?
I'm great. I've had a great week. A lot to talk about. I was at the Capitol today. Yeah, no complaints. No complaints this week.
Yeah, this week was a good one. We got inundated with the beautiful State of the Union, not State of the Union address, which was nice. That provided a lot of entertainment in my life. Also, the blizzard. How did it hit you?
Oh, we didn't get. There was that night. It was supposed to be a blizzard, and I was down. I went to the forest specifically because I like getting snowed in down there. It's just so I just love it. But it was nothing. It wasn't even 2 inches, I don't think. And it wasn't even really windy right where I was, and it's always windy there. So, but out
Well, you
east, it was
fared way
worse.
better than I did.
Oh yeah.
You being the one
How
who
did it
wanted
go
it, I
there?
being the one. 16 inches is what I ended up getting. 16 inches in a
Ooh,
matter of roughly 14 hours.
baby.
What up, Choi? Here at the CoWrect Opinion.
Hi, Adam Choi. Trying to find our
Um,
YouTube and send it to Stoner. Like, hello, where
yeah,
is he?
that was when did that hit? When did you do Off the Rails?
That was so. It was Wednesday night. Probably is when it hit you. It was supposed to hit me Tuesday night, I believe.
Did you do Off the Rails Wednesday, or did you do that last night?
Yep.
I'm losing track
No,
of
it was
time.
Wednesday. It was
Okay,
Wednesday.
so it was Wednesday, yeah, because I ended up having to plow my property 3 times just to keep up on it. So the
Ooh.
4-wheeler plow, I've got 2 4-wheeler plowers. The old one I used to have, once you got over 4 inches, it had to work really hard, and then 8 inches
Yeah.
was tough. With the new plow, it does
Yeah.
everything
You're telling
up
me.
until
You're telling me. Sorry.
it it does 8 inches pretty well, and then it really starts struggling at 12. But this was the wet, heavy snow. Like it was literally slushy falling from the sky, and I mean it was like accumulating quickly. So I knew that I set my alarm for 4 a.m. and I did my first plow at 4 a.m. Second plow I did roughly around 8 in the morning, and then I did my last plow at around 5:30 at night. Right after I got done doing the second plow, because I have the eBay packages that have to get picked up because I'm a once a day shipper for eBay. Um, uh, my mail lady actually called me, and she's like, "Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to make it down your road. Sorry, I can't pick up your packages." And I'm like, "Hey, stay alive. That's all I care about." So
Yeah.
the old Dodge got dusted off for the first time this winter, and I loaded the packages in the Dodge, threw it in 4-wheel drive, and I drove 12 miles in a blizzard. Roads were not plowed. It got hairy
Real
there for a while. I would say
slushy. It was real slushy.
real slushy, and I live in the woods, like 30
Wet.
miles in the woods, so a lot of up and down hills, and I'm like, oh man, this is hairy, but we made it. Dropped the packages off in a small town post office, the one that's closest to me. Got back, and I was like, fuck that, I'm not leaving again. And then I plowed, and then I watched you guys have Off the Rails with Tony. Hey, I see you in chat, Tony. And then what up,
He
Dickie?
wanted to bring you on. He wanted to bring you on. Did you hear him? I know you heard him
I
say
was
because you're
in.
like,
I
oh
was up
no.
since 4. I was up since 4 a.m. plowing all day, and I was trying to get my eBay shit done. Like getting eBay shit done is not a big deal, but like when you're having to spend all day plowing fucking snow, it's a pain in the
Yeah.
dick to just get everything fit in. So I was in no shape to be on camera. I appreciate the invite from all of you, though,
Hi,
and I'm sorry that
Dickie.
I missed your
Anyways,
soundboard extravaganza. That was real.
hi,
That hurt my heart.
Tony. Because he's a soundboard Nazi. I think they're so fun. I know, but the thing is, I haven't you've probably watched a lot more YouTubes and stuff where people abuse the soundboard. I'm sure that I think I don't see it often. It was you guys a little bit, and
Let
then
me
Tony.
clear the air because you keep saying I hate soundboards, and that's not true. I don't hate soundboards. I hate people who think soundboard is a crutch to fill time in their show. I think a soundboard is a great tool, and there's nothing funnier than a well-placed soundboard hit. But a lot of people who are not good at live streaming use their soundboard as a crutch, and every 15 fucking seconds they're pushing a button. I'm not ousting anybody. I'm not saying any names. So if you feel watching this that you're one of the people I'm talking about, that's on you, not me. That's on you, not me. I'm not talking shit on anybody. Live your life. Do what you want. I'm just saying use a soundboard sparingly. It's an accent. Hey, what's up, First?
Who is First Shot here?
Tony keeps saying I hate him because of the soundboard, and I don't hate Tony because of the soundboard. I have many other reasons why I hate you, Tony. No, I'm just kidding. I love Tony.
I know you like him.
I'm kidding.
Hi,
He's
First
funny.
Shot.
He's
Hi,
creative.
Vicky.
You don't need
right.
the fucking soundboard,
He's
Tony.
got that nice
You don't
little
need the fucking
creative
soundboard.
bug. He's gonna love you telling him what to do. I wish I had one right now because I'd go ooh, not the fun one, but the like. Anyways, yeah. So this week you were snowing. It was snowing. I went to my house, the forest house, because the next morning I was going to watch. My sister has a rental nearby that I clean it. But then they're like, oh, yeah, I know, and I clean with the 409, and like I keep it clean. I take the trash out, that's not even Mexican. I have before. I used to be a nanny. But I'd rather nanny for like a rich Jewish person in Hollywood, Oh, thanks. Hi, Lucas. Thank you.
Lucas Hard R, dope chat handle. Dope handle.
Yeah, he's dope. He's dope as fuck. Am I making too much background noise? Sorry.
And you know what? I didn't even read his comment. I just read his fucking handle. The choker's hot as fuck. What did I say to you before we went on live? What did I fucking say?
It's hot as fuck, or it's hot, or something like that.
Not too many women. I said not too many women can pull off a necklace. You're one of the few who pull off a necklace, no matter what kind of necklace it is.
You gotta do it the right time. Like I said, you can't just always have a hey stoner. You can't like always have a necklace on sometimes. And tonight, but I wore this shirt today. I had taken it off and put it back on for the show tonight, but I wore the shirt today. I was down at the Colorado State Capitol. It was a different thing today. I've been doing a lot of testimony on bills in our legislative session, but today I was helping my friend. There was a property tax commission that I looked it up, and I'm like, because we brought a problem that our county and another county failed and maybe broke a rule on raising property taxes. Broke a state rule. So we all went, we all like testified. I looked super hot. Well, I looked mostly hot. I'm kind of like I'm almost on a rag, so I'm a little busting out like biscuits right now. But like I looked pretty good. And that's the most important part of the whole day. So
you're about to go on your period?
Yeah, hopefully.
Which biologically means you still can have children. I know you keep talking about you can't have children. If you're having periods, you're dumping eggs. If there's eggs,
technically I should be able to, but I've never tested it, so who even knows if I can or not. So
what do you mean you've never tested it? Have kids?
I never got pregnant. I never was like, let's see if I can get pregnant.
Are we getting the story here? Are you a virgin? 40 years old?
No, but like I never was like come in my pussy on this week. I know I just ovulated and stuff, I just never was like that.
I thought ovulation happens after. I thought it's 14
like
days
2 weeks in. Yeah, it's period stops 2 weeks later, around there. It's not all exact. People think we're robots. Hello. No, there is a variation. Okay.
Some people think you are guys now. Like guys can be women now.
I know.
Although the governor of California turned his back on that this week.
On what did he start going along with the federal girls out of sport stuff, or?
Yep. Newsom has joined the ranks. Newsom has joined the ranks of us now. He is now a pro podcaster. He started a talk with Gavin Newsom or some bullshit like that. Guess who we had on? Did you not hear about this? Am I the first person telling you this?
Who was on it? Who was it?
His first guest ever was Charlie Kirk, which I thought was a really weird guest to have as his first one.
That's
But
right.
him and Charlie Kirk had a conversation, and Charlie Kirk got him to admit on camera on his own show that he edited that he's like, I agree with you that biological men who think they're women competing in women's sports is inherently unfair. But I don't like all the rhetoric on how we treat these people. Like, he really tried to back it, and Pete, the left, is pissed at him. He is not the darling of the left. Scott Wiener, who's the senator who's like a pedophile, who's like, hey, let's make a law saying we can have sex with the children in California. That guy, he came out and he already came after Gavin Newsom. Tony, best
Yeah.
move you ever made. Best move you ever made, Tony.
Look what you did. You bullied him. And now look. And he had really special sounds because you know how you said you looked for a sound? You would never find the same sound he had. And I'm not going to tell you where he found it. So there you go. Not that one. What Hog Dog? Wait, hold on. What's Hog Dog talking about? You don't have demons to kick it with anymore. Hi, Pooh Monkey. If everyone could please hit the like button. We are still on YouTube, but I'm sure later on we will do a call-in. If you're up for it. We don't have to do it every time. So
no, I'm down with the Collins. I'm down with the Collins. We are since we were the first live stream in history of live streams to ever do Collins, I realized from that first one we had something to go. Yeah, we had something there. We have something there. I like doing the Collins.
Yeah.
It channels that like 90s shock jock radio DJ inside of me. And I like.
There's
go ahead, caller.
There's a resurgence to it, kind of like Creed, where it's a popular resurgence, I would say. But it's also like fun. So,
see what Kaylee said? See what Kaylee said? See what Kaylee said?
Thanks. It's hard to tell, but it's rose gold. I mean, it's not expensive. It's just costume jewelry, but it
doesn't look rose gold. I would have guessed silver.
I know it's kind of hard. The back of it's rose gold, and then it's like jewels or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, me looking at it is kind of hard, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Just like that.
Yeah, get it all out.
Anyway, so I was down at the Capitol today. I'm going back to the Capitol on Tuesday. I'm gonna bring snacks. We're gonna have a little picnic. I'm liking going down there more and more, but we can park for free and walk somewhere that's like 5 blocks away in downtown Denver, and it's like it's not the best part. Or I can pay $20 and park right across the street from the Capitol. So that's what I've been doing because it's just kind of like, fuck it. But what I want to do eventually is I want to start have I said hi to everybody in the chat? Are we all good? Yeah. A nonprofit, or an NGO, and to pay for people's parking, reimburse people's parking, and to pay for the information requests. Because sometimes when you're just trying to get information from the government, you have to pay for it. Even though there's someone already working there doing that job, you have to pay for some of these information requests. So anyways, any other questions you want to ask me about today at the Capitol?
No.
Okay, well.
No. Fuck me, Jesus Christ, Paul. Words, enunciate things.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I had an interesting interaction with my father.
It's because Kaylee's here. You're nervous. Just kidding.
Yes, I'm really, really nervous that Kaylee's here. You nailed it. No, I had an interesting. So for those who don't know, because I don't think I haven't talked about it on this show, I have a CNN dad. God did not grace me with a Fox News dad. He graced me with a CNN dad. So my life sucks, is what that boils down to. But it's funny because I knew with the State of the Union address, my dad was going to be a heightened level of asshole. Like I just knew that was going to be the case. And I do breakfast with my mom every Thursday. It used to be Friday, but now it's just every Thursday. And I'm over there for breakfast, and my dad happened to be home because weather canceled school. So Doug and my dad had a lot of days off this week, and he was home, and he's sitting there on the phone. I'm learning just whenever I go in and he's on his phone, like finger fucking his phone, just don't even fucking talk to him. Just leave him the fuck alone. And out of nowhere, he breaks like the 5 minutes of silence, and he's just like, 87,000 Department of Veterans Affairs jobs. Yeah, he's getting rid of your stit now. He's getting rid of your stuff. You better bank those checks you're getting from the VA now because they're not going to be coming in soon. And I laughed and I giggled, and then I started watching some regular old school news, like local and national, and they're all going after the Department of Veterans Affairs, and they're getting every local news station is doing the same thing. They're like, we're talking to 2 local veterans who, want to share their opinions on it. And they always get the fucking wearing the Rainbow Flag Coalition shirts, veterans, you know what I mean? Like they pick them out.
They're
intentionally.
nonprofits. They're all like involved in other ways and know somebody.
And for me, this is how, and for those who don't know, I'm a disabled veteran. All my health care is through the VA. I receive a check once a month from the VA. All my health care, all my prescription
Not
drugs.
his dick. His dick still probably works. I think his dick still works in case just so everybody knows.
A champ. Ankle,
so
nose, wrist,
don't worry about that.
pinky, knees are shot, but dick going strong. That one's still going strong. No, here's what's hilarious. I can tell that everybody who's in the VA system is low information, and they just okay. Do you mind? Can I go on a tangent? Do you mind if I go on a tangent a little bit? So, one thing I consistently saw in every news report is, I used to hate the VA. I couldn't stand going to the VA, and then I finally started going recently, and the services are phenomenal. Well, let me tell you, folks, since I got out of the service, I've been going to the VA. And when I got out, Trump wasn't the president, it was Obama, and the VA sucked. And everybody knew it sucked. Do you know why the VA rocks now and everybody loves it? Is because Trump had a first term. Trump did so much shit his first term, it was ridiculous. The first thing he did with the VA was he changed it to where it became the first federal organization where it was merit-based. So you could actually get fired from federal service if you weren't performing and helping veterans. That was he did that in the first term. Instantly, you saw a change in the Department of Veteran Services. Service went through the roof. It got better. It was enjoyable. The second thing he did was said, if the VA doesn't provide the service, just go out in town and we'll flip the bill. So I've had elbow surgery. I think you can still see the scar. I had that in 2019, and there wasn't a specialist in my local VA. So it was just go out in town, find a specialist, get it done, show them your VA card, they'll send us the bill. It was that fucking easy. Literally that easy. My appendix ruptured in 2020, and I waited for the VA emergency room to open because the VA emergency room is not open 24/7. It's open Monday through Friday, 6 in the morning till 6 at night. I didn't have to wait. I could have just gone to the local emergency room because of Trump. But I did wait, and I got yelled at for it. But then they didn't have a specialist for appendicitis. So I just got an ambulance at the VA, sent down the road to a local hospital, did the whole surgery, VA flipped the bill. Trump did a lot of great shit. One of my favorite things Trump did was every veteran, you get paid mileage to go to your VA appointments. So if you got to go to a doctor's appointment, they'll give you the gas money to get there. And when Trump was president, he enacted kiosks in every VA. So I'd walk in and I'd literally just scan my card at this kiosk, and it would deposit the gas mileage from my house to that hospital. It would do the math, the 60, and give me the 65 cents a mile and just drop it in my account. Trump did that. As soon as Biden took office and he undid everything of Trump's, one of the things they did, because it was part of an executive order, was get rid of those kiosks. So now to get the mileage that I am entitled to, I have to jump through hoops and fill out paperwork for it. I'm not against it. I'm not opposed to it. I still get the mileage. And if you don't have a car, the VA has a bus and will come pick you up no matter where you are. Your local VA will come and pick you up in a bus, drive you to your appointments, because they want you to make your appointments, because if you miss your appointments, that's a lack of efficiency for the doctor. If the doctor is not efficient or the nursing staff isn't efficient, they can lose their job because Trump said
sounds like a bang bus. Sounds like a bang bus. Hog dog was. I was just about to say bang bus. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. Hi, JC. Yeah. Okay.
Not as awesome as you think it would be. What's up, JC? I love Yankee, but it's so hard to look at chat now that everybody's a paid subscriber because everybody's red. So I think everybody's the same person, which is awesome.
Everyone's an engine. So what you're trying to say?
pink in the middle. But anyway, so Biden undid a lot of that shit. Anyway, Trump's now taking office. For those who don't know, the VA currently has 500,000 people working for it because Trump, in his first term, scaled it down to 400,000, actually just below 400,000. And then once Biden got in office, they just hired on a bunch of staff again, everybody that Trump got rid of. And the VA was running super efficiently under Trump. The VA hasn't been bad under Biden other than the fact that they took away the easy button for veterans, like the gas mileage thing I talked about as an example. Still, service is great. I love the service at the VA. Now they're going to cut 80,000 jobs. That's the big news. The 80,000 jobs they're going to cut, yeah, and that's the thing. This affects me, right? The 80,000 jobs that they're going to cut are not healthcare workers. They're not suicide prevention hotline. They're not any mission critical role. It's all the bullshit background admin jobs that got added on during the Biden administration. That's the jobs that are getting rid of. The shit that doesn't matter. Quality of service isn't going to change. I just re-upped my prescriptions. I literally went on my portal, said refill all my prescriptions. 2 days later, today, guess what showed up in the mail? A big bag of all my prescription medication.
You're gonna say a big black dildo.
No,
I was close.
I guarantee if I could find a sexual reason to get a big black dildo, the VA would pay for it. Oh, so
they have
anybody who doesn't,
they have one called the Mr. Marcus, just FYI, in case you're looking.
So if anybody doesn't know how VA healthcare works, not everybody who serves in the military gets free VA healthcare. The way it works is if you're in the service and anything on your body breaks due to service, they have to fix that issue at any VA the rest of your life.
Hi,
so if you blow it, like hypothetically, you blow out a knee while you're in the service, that knee is covered for any service you need under the Department of Veterans Affairs the rest of your life. However, if you get evaluated by the VA board and they say, we determine that you blowing out your knee leaves your body 30% disabled, and they give you a rating of 30% disability, you want to get at least 30% disability when you get out of the military, because 30% means once you hit that threshold, that means you get free medical coverage for everything the rest of your life. So if you're 30% disabled, you get free health care the rest of your life, just for you. If you're married, your family doesn't get it, but you as an individual get it. If you are over 50% disabled, you get free health care and you get free prescription drugs the rest of your life. So I'm 60% disabled. I have free health care and prescription the rest of my life. And every stage of disability, every percentage, there's a monetary value to it too. A monthly paycheck you get. But
I'm not disabled. I'm not disabled, but I am a little retarded.
Yeah, you are. So am I. There's nothing wrong with that. But the one thing that kills me is all these news videos I'm watching of the people saying, like, I want to know what jobs are being cut. Before I give my opinion on this, if you're in the VA system and everybody they talk to is outside of VA hospital, since Trump's taken office in his second term and he's appointed Doug Collins as the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, every single day, Jess, Doug Collins sends a video out to every single veterans in the VA. He sends a video every single day updating you. And he's like funny as fuck. Do you know who Doug Collins is? He's a former congressman.
No. Is he cute?
No, I wouldn't say he's an attractive male, but here's the video I got today.
Old? Is that because he's too old or why?
I have a pretty high threshold for old. You make the determination. You make the call. This is Doug Collins.
Let me see.
I would not call him an attractive man.
No, but is he funny? He's funny?
Yes, he's funny. And so this is the video I got today. And these videos they're on YouTube, but it's on the VA's private YouTube channel. And he's doing these videos.
Unlisted?
Yeah, he's doing them unlisted, and every day he sends them out to every veteran in the Veterans Affairs. And today his video he put out is Secretary Doug Collins addresses all the veterans benefit rumors. So they're not broadcasting this to the news. This is Doug Collins saying, hey, here's what I'm telling you straight up about all the bullshit you're hearing about, and here's the truth of it. You ready? You want to watch it?
Sure. Yeah.
And I know no veterans watch this.
I want to know if I'm going to fuck him. I got to know. I'm more curious if I would fuck him.
I think you would fuck him. He's that funny. He's funny enough to fuck. I think he's going to meet that bar.
We'll
Ready?
see.
Here we go.
Hey, everybody. We're doing things differently here at the VA. And I've told you, you've been seeing me on video. You've been hearing me talk about it. We're putting veterans #1 back at the VA. That may be a little different than what we've seen in the past, but this is why we're doing it. And look, when you're doing things, you're making moves, you're making good moves. Motion causes friction. But, I found out something. I've been gone from DC for a little bit, but I just found out undoubtedly Burger King has opened a franchise in the Senate side of the House and on Capitol Hill. I don't know what's happened, but Whoppers are flying out the door everywhere. Let me tell you what I've heard. Whopper #1 going out the door. VA healthcare is going to suffer. That couldn't be anything further from the truth. In fact, what we've done is actually strengthen VA healthcare and VA benefits by actually putting a cap on that. We've protected positions so that veterans are not going to have any diminishment in their health or their benefits. You know how we did that? We blocked off 300,000 positions.
So to put this in perspective, when Trump left office, there was 399,000 VA healthcare employees. Now there's 500,000 in the 4 years since he's been gone. So there's an increase a little over 100,000 VA employees since Trump left office. The service has not gotten better since Trump left, but we are now paying 100,000 people.
It's all bullshit jobs.
We're now paying 100,000 more people a full-time federal salary. He just told you 300,000 positions are already locked. No matter what happens with Doge, they're not going anywhere. Guess what those 300,000 positions are? Doctors, nurses, you know what I mean? Like your primary care provider. So those are covered. The jobs they're going to get rid of are bullshit. I'll let them talk.
Said they're not going to be touched. They're mission critical. Because why? Our veterans
Is he
are
from Tennessee?
Whopper #2.
Tennessean?
I can't remember where he's from. Hold on. Here, I'll Google it for you real quick.
Well, yeah, you can play it. You can keep playing it if you want.
Nope, I'm already gone. I'm already gone. Blah, 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 blah. He's a lawyer by trade.
Of course.
Where you from, asshole?
Sounds like Memphis.
Yeah, they're all fucking lawyers.
Yeah.
Georgia. He's a Georgia boy.
All right.
Benefits are going to be cut. I've told you they're not. I've tried to tell you this before. This was like a Whopper with no tomato. It just doesn't fit. Because here's the other problem with that. We took almost $9 million
union?
that were being spent elsewhere.
Is there a VA workers union?
Federal unions are not allowed. So there's federal unions, but they're not real unions. Because Obama made sure that he blocked real federal unions from happening.
The federal workers union that was all.
It's not a real union. Yeah, the federal workers union is not a real union. Like, yes,
but
they are
try
a union
to behave
of people,
like that. They try to,
but they don't have
bullshit.
They don't have the union protection rights under the law. Like UAW is protected in law. Federal workers don't have the same protections. That they're not considered a real union because of Obama.
And put it toward veterans care and veterans facing. Those are
for the record. And let's talk about this real quick because you kind of pissed me off. Not you pissed me off, but the whole topic of federal unions. Okay, what is the purpose of a union? A purpose of a union is to be the agency that takes complaints to government.
You like mafia? Don't I look kind of mafia?
Take complaints to the government against a company. That's the purpose of a union. They file lawsuits with the government against the company they work for. Well, if you are a federal workers union, are you going to take your complaint to the federal government who resolves union? Government unions should not exist in anywhere, local, county, state, or fucking federal. There should be no such thing as a government union. There's no such thing as federal workers unions, but there are municipal and like county level unions, and it's so fucking stupid. And
the libraries in my county are the librarians are trying to unionize. It's so bad.
Who'd ever thought books would have gone out of fashion? Chumps.
Things we're doing. So it's not being cut. Whopper #2. And here we go. Whopper #3, strike. This one is one I want you to really listen to. The VA is laying off people who answer the veteran crisis line. You have found out from me that I care about our veterans more than anything. And to think that this is actually occurring is wrong. We did not, hear me clearly, lay off any veteran crisis line responders. They're still picking up the phone. They're still talking to you, and they're going to be. Why? Because I said so. That's why, because the Secretary of VA puts a priority on veterans. Now, you've been talking about efficiency in government for a while up here. Even Bill Clinton talked about it. Obama talked about it. But you know who did it? President Trump. President Trump's looking for efficiency so that we can do our job better. So like I said, when you want the truth, come to me, not the Whopper line up on the Capitol Hill.
So this is the video I got today. And I'm pointing this out because anytime you watch a news story where they're interviewing a fucking veteran from the VA saying, I don't know what's going on, Doug Collins has literally sent me a video every single day since he's been Secretary of the VA telling me what he's doing, what his plans are, what's going on. Jess, ask me who the Secretary of Veterans Affairs was under Biden.
Do you know who the Secretary of Affairs was?
No fucking clue who it was, Jess. Ask me why I don't know.
Because it was probably some dumb.
I don't know. I honestly don't know who it was. I never got any communications from every day Doug Collins emails me. I wake up in the morning with a video of fucking Doug Collins. I like him too.
I like him. I get to know a lot of politicians, and I would not like trust any of them, but like he seems right.
But my point to this is, I think this Trump presidency is literally the most transparent presidency I've ever seen in my lifetime. With the simple fact is, you might not like what they're doing, but at least they're talking to you. The press room is open every fucking day to everybody. Trump does everything in the Oval Office in front of a press corps of saying, this is what I'm doing. Fuck off. I'm not paying Ukraine any more money. I'm taxing the shit out of Canada and Mexico, or tariffing the shit out of them. The fucking the VA director is sending me emails every day, letting me know what he's doing, what the plans are, what's going on. So, and I like it when he says the layoffs they are doing in the VA, they're going to reroute that money to benefits for veterans. So that money is going to go in my pocket, not some fucking bureaucrat making $100,000 a year. I'm done. That was it. That's my thing. Oh, it's 32 minutes in. Fuck off, YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, go over to Rumble.
Stoner, come over to Rumble and talk about my pretty necklace.
And we're leaving you.